So as we're measuring aging, I've read some things, so understanding what's happening. Could you explain to us, is it the cell's inability to now read the DNA like it used to, or what's happening that's causing this to happen in our body, and is what I just said completely ridiculous?
No, it's correct.
Good.
We're done. We're done here. Ed's going to do the rest of the interview by himself. No, it's serious. Seriously, okay. You summed it up probably better than I could,
okay.
Which is, the analogy I use is a DVD, these old things you used to put movies on.
Okay.
Any kids watching or listening, these are old things you used to put digital information on, but they're a good analogy because you can actually scratch them.
Okay.
Right? And so a DVD is the digital information, and our genome, our DNA, is digital. Instead of zeros and ones, it's A, T, C, G chemicals. That information is actually very robust. You can get it out of an old person, it's intact mostly. You can get it out of a fossil. It lasts for thousands, if not millions of years. That's the cool thing about digital information.
Okay.
It lasts. There's another type of information that controls the reading of those genes.
Yeah.
We call that not the genetic, but the epigenetic information. And epigenetic basically says, how is the DNA organized so a cell reads the right genes at the right time? And we don't know as much about it because it's much harder to read the epigenome than the genome.
Okay.
The reason is the epigenome is not digital information, it's actually analog. It sucks. Anyone who's had a cassette tape or a phonograph or a record player
Sure.
is actually experiencing the problems with analog information.
Okay.
There's generations of people now that have never experienced analog in their lives. But trust me, analog sucks. And our bodies, half of the information in our bodies is analog.
Okay.
And that's the problem. That's why we age.
Okay.
Because we have an analog system that reads the DNA. And over time, it doesn't read the right genes at the right time anymore.
Okay.
And cells, when they don't read the right genes, they don't function well. So our blood glucose goes up, we get weak, we get diseases. That's aging. But also, what happens is that the cells forget what type of cells they are.
Yeah.
They despecialize. We call it X-differentiation. Essentially, we become a melange, a collection of cells that have forgotten what kind of cells they should be.
Got you.
And that is pretty bad news, right?
Yes.
If you scratch a DVD, you're in trouble. We've been looking for the polish on that DVD, and I think we found it.